Just pausing dramatically. Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode, I believe, 33, Serpentine Scuffle. Last week, our heroes decided to follow their new burb friend and came upon a rather dilapidated homestead. They were accosted by a mutated half-ogre in the fields, during which Finn was vomited upon repeatedly. Shortly after that, our heroes decided to check out the barn rather than the house. Ava then snuck inside, ambushed 3 slightly drunk mutated half-ogres, and with the fight nearly in hand, the back wall of the barn burst open, revealing a deeper chamber and a massive serpent made of the amalgamated flesh of other half-ogres that faded into and out of the visual spectrum. If you've ever seen Akira, think of Tetsuo at the end when he turns into that weird fleshy Buddha thing. So that's what happened. We got an icebreaker, courtesy of Chris. What type of tattoo would your character get, / did they get as their first? Nick, you look the least startled.
All right, I suppose. Lahan has a little gear tattoo right here. Was her very first one.
Oh, that reminds me of my actual uncle, who was like a Coast Guard commander, and he had the ship's wheel right there.
I was inspired by my hairdresser, who has a bobby pin right here.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
What about Jacinto?
Jacinto does not have any tattoos, but he has considered once or twice, because tattooing plant flesh, like that's difficult, right? It's probably very specialized, rather expensive. So he has considered.
No way. Tattoo artists start out by like tattooing bananas and stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Goes to show how much
So
I know
I
about
guess
tattoos.
that's a type of skin though. So like if you have a banana peel type skin, that might.
Yeah, I've always imagined it a little more fibrous than a banana peel, but Tom doesn't have tattoos nor know anything about them, so Jacinto therefore doesn't know anything about tattoos. Well, I know about wood burning.
Scarification on plant types.
Yeah.
Hush, don't let anybody else think about that. I was going to use that as an answer.
Yeah.
So Jacinto has considered getting a tattoo of Artania because he loves his little buddy. Not so little buddy, but yes.
Once little buddy.
What about isn't Jacinto technically the little buddy in that relationship?
Once little, still buddy.
What about Ava?
She's got some wicked goblin tribal tattoos.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. That checks out. And Finn?
So I was going to say, like, scarification of the solar system that Galarian is in. I don't know what it actually looks like, but I'm sure it looks cool. So, like, instead of using ink, they just kind of cut it into you and you take care of it, and you get raised scars. Scarification is super cool.
Cool. That feels very Finn as well.
Yeah, I know somebody, they didn't get the scarification they got branded, though.
I mean, that tends to cool, too, if you do it right.
Stuff.
I worked with someone that allowed someone to drunkenly brand them at a party.
Oh, I mean, everybody has a friend.
And not recommended.
No. The smiley face brands that everyone used to do with lighters when we were in high school. Did you guys all miss that?
I knew it was
we
a
did
thing.
those to the bus seats on the school bus. We didn't do that to ourselves.
We did them to ourselves. I guess my friends are crazy. Oh, we're crazy.
Leif, could you give us some music, please? Kirby just dropped out and ruined our overlay.
Groovy. So rude.
That's just what I'm doing today. Here. What I got queued up.
It's not very groovy.
Perfect.
Groovy.
But let's with all that stuff said, let's go back in. Let's go back in on it being Finn's turn You have a invisible flesh serpent looming over you that just tried to whip you, if I recall correctly. A bunch of dead half ogres. You know, Lantern Archon, Artanya, Ava, everyone's all around, and there's this back wall of the barn that's blowed out into a deeper chamber. What would Finn like to do?
So I can't see that thing in the middle of the room?
Negative.
How long ago did it turn invisible? Didn't it just turn invisible? I can't hear you, Jack.
Yes.
Sorry. It burst in, made an attack, went briefly visible, made a will save, and then faded to invisibility.
So I've got photon attune checked, so I figure I was probably photon attuning for at least one round. So I'm going to continue photon attuning, and we'll call it 2 rounds. Is that okay?
I think this actually might be the 3rd round.
I mean, if you want to give me 3 rounds, I will just explode in the general direction that I think he was.
I mean, I'm fine with that. I'm pretty sure it was the 3rd round.
Nice. I'm going to explode in the general direction of where he was, first looking around and making sure my friends are not in my explosion radius.
Good plan.
There we go. That's a safe spot for Finn to explode. He will not catch Lantern Archon or anybody else. Finn explodes right there. Because he knows that the thing was somewhere in that vicinity. And I think I do just barely catch the side of it.
Oh, no, you get it. It's in all those
Unless it's
squares.
hiding.
Yeah, the best part is this doesn't take a...
Mischance.
I almost got a flat check. Doesn't take a mischance due to concealment.
Can't hide from a burst.
No, you can try. It's really hard when the Solarian explodes on you, though.
Oh my. Let's see
Oh
if I can make
my.
that saving throw. Ah!
That's actually a good damage roll. 33.
Surprisingly decent reflex. But I rolled real poopy.
Takes full damage. It
So you-
sizzles.
You hear dozens upon dozens of voices scream in agony simultaneously in a chorus of pain, and it takes 33 fire damage.
All right,
my
enemy,
favorite
calm
noise.
down.
Okay.
It's really hard not to
Fun.
picture that thing as a giant glass serpent. Just
I
saying.
understand. I
It's
did
not
a
the only
rough
thing that's
doodle
funny.
for you all to see, which I can post in the Star-Lord's show chat for everyone to see, but I did not.
I mean,
the
now you
ability
have to because you mentioned it.
Yeah. Yeah. I appreciate not staring at, a writhing mass of undead, partially dead, mostly dead human bodies. Human?
No, it's
ogre?
alive.
Yeah.
It's just been
They're
it's just
only
been absorbed.
mostly dead.
Mm.
If you've
Yeah,
ever seen
see-
the Nathan Fillion movie Slither, at the end when the alien just starts absorbing bodies at the very end, that's what it's kind of like, but a snake.
I haven't seen that. Anyway, I think the glass serpent's very pretty, and I like looking at it.
It's much better to look at. I'm with Tom on this
Mhm.
one.
Thanks, Nick.
Anytime.
Hey, it's your turn.
Oh, is it? Goodness gracious. Well, I guess Lahan will say over there and point at it. Hasn't moved. And then continue to riff while I open my character sheet because it's busy with technical glitch gremlins and not actually like getting ready for this game. Tom, you said we had Song of the Spheres, right?
We got one more round of Song of Spheres. Yes.
Ah, why did I not have this checked? All right, I'll take a shot with my plasma bolter. At it with a 31 to hit for 17 electric and fire.
That will super hit, and it will take that 17, and it will once again just a chorus of agony.
And we'll throw my move action in the trash. Yeah, I guess I don't need this conserving potion. We can get a limiting one instead.
Are you sure?
It's okay.
I think you
Now
should
that
just
we-
keep the conservative.
Now that we fought our invisible monster, we're never going to see it again.
We're never gonna see anything invisible ever again.
Nope.
I'm sure.
Nope.
Never again will there be
That's-
an invisible foe.
That's how Starfinder goes, honestly. Like, Dawn of
As soon
Flame
as we
was
are
an
equipped
exception.
to deal with
Uh,
it, never again.
To be
Invisibility
fair-
is such a terrible mechanic to come up against. It's not a terrible mechanic in general, but you know my feelings on this. It's so hard that the players just overcorrect, and then you never see it again because that's
You'll-
how. That's just.
You'll
how
be
it-
happy to know there wasn't supposed to be an invisible foe here. I made it invisible.
Thanks, Chad.
Oh, thanks, Jed. Thanks. I didn't know I
Check
could
it
use
out.
this thing more.
We were really worried that we weren't going to see more
Speaking of-
invisible.
And speaking of invisible, it's the invisible creature's turn to act, and it's going to
Not
once
see
again
invisible.
lash out at Finn.
I mean, that's what I'm here for. Come get me.
Does a 26 hit your KAC?
I want to say yes. Let me check though. Oh yeah, you got me.
How much did I get you by?
KC's 21. You got me by 5.
You're grabbed.
That's
Because I have this handy dandy ability. You are automatically grappled as part of the attack. It doesn't need to have a free limb to perform this grapple unless otherwise specified. A creature can swallow whole only targets that are at least one size category smaller than it, which is
Nice. Is it going to eat me?
you. We gotta get. It's gotta survive to the next round before stuff can happen. But there's a
it
good
does.
chance.
I want to punch my way out of its stomach. Let's do it.
But you do need to take 11 slashing damage as that tentacle whipped into you before it grabbed you, and then we're gonna go on to. Well, not that thing. It's dead. Hograth is dead. It's Ava's turn.
All right. So did it become visible when it attacked?
Oh yeah, it was supposed to make a will save to avoid becoming visible. Let me make that will save. And it made it. So it was briefly visible and then back into invisibility.
Wait, is Finn invisible too? Wait, is Finn invisible too? Because it grabbed Finn. Or is Finn just kind of like floating in the air?
You're floating in air.
No, well,
Right
counterpoint, the outside of the beast is invisible, which is blocking, like sending an illusion, right? This is all an illusion. So
Yeah.
then Finn being inside should be also invisible.
But Finn isn't inside
He's
yet.
not-
Finn is
He's not
grabbed
inside yet. Yeah.
Ah,
and
yep,
being pulled
nope, you're
towards.
absolutely right.
It go
Yep,
eat me, but not yet.
Yes. Yep,
Well,
no,
this is
fine.
all beside the point. All I really needed to know is that it became visible for a brief moment. Ava draws another dagger and prepares an attack. She's going to ready an action to attack when it becomes visible again, so she doesn't have to deal with stupid mischances.
Okay. Jacinto, what do you want to do?
Jacinto is going to up the Song of the Spheres once again, and then let's see. So now we have Song of the Spheres again for 3 rounds. Jacinto has 8 resolve points left, and then he's gonna. Oh, I should have looked this up. I'm sorry.
Speaking of Song of the Spheres, Lapis, you should recover 1 hit point because I believe that gives fast healing 1 now.
Fast healing 1, yes. As a standard action, force 1 creature within 30 feet of me. Oh, great. 30
Hit point
feet,
or also
30 feet.
stamina?
Oh, yes.
I think it's just hit points.
Fast healing is hit points, unless otherwise stated. So Jacinto is going to spend a standard action and another resolve point. Just burn. I don't need these resolve points anyway.
Nope.
And I am going to whisper a lie of the cosmos to this giant homogeneous lump of ogre flesh. And I'm going to, Jacinto is going to tell it, because he's an empath. He reads these things through their mind. He says, "You're not as scary as you actually think you are," and it just reverberates through their being. And they need to make me a will save, or
What?
bad
No.
Hopefully I won't save.
It is a won't save. That creature is confused because it only got an 8 on its will save.
What does confused do? Tell me, Goblin.
Let's roll a d100 every turn and decides what you're going to do.
Now, sadly, I only rolled 1 on the 1d4, which is a big bummer, but that's okay. This is really just going to let...
You're going to prevent it from eating me, you jerk.
For one whole
Not
round.
necessarily.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
I
so
could roll
sorry.
real low and act normally.
Could.
It's true. There's a 1 in 4 chance that he acts normally. So,
How cool would
there
it
is
be,
hope
though?
yet, Lapis.
How cool would it be, though, if I got to punch my way out of this thing's stomach?
Oh, I totally feel you, my friend. That happened a lot in Series 1.
Finn did.
And I was
see how
usually on
much-
the receiving end.
We're just going to see how gross Finn can get by the end of this small adventure.
Yeah, you were vomited on by that one guy. You were vomited on again. Now you're going to be possibly swallowed.
You're going to get this thing acid reflux with all the acid on you. All right, so then I guess Jacinto tells his Lantern Archon to attack this thing because he's technically adjacent, right? This thing is technically 4 square by 4 square, right?
It is 4x4, yes.
Wonderful. All right, so summon level 2. Lantern Archon.
Gross.
Melee. Attack! Oh, that's only a 14. And then, yeah, that makes big sense. And then Artania is gonna skitter around here with his 1 free action. He gets around. I don't believe this thing. Oh, hey, this Lantern Archon attacked the Glass Serpent. That means the Glass Serpent has to attack it. If you are attacked while you're confused, you always attack the creature that last attacked you until that creature is dead or out of sight.
That's fine. Quick question, though. Does the Lantern Archon see invisibility? Because otherwise we need to do concealment.
That's true.
It missed
Which,
anyway, though.
It missed
doesn't matter
anyway, but yeah, we need to
Yeah,
remember
matter.
concealment.
But we do need to remember concealment. I'm sorry, I should be better about remembering that. Could you perhaps put a small icon on the token so that it's like an eye catcher
Yes.
to indicate that it is invisible?
It's
either
going to
way.
be a ninja.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's usually what I use for Medlon in our PF2 game. And that is my turn.
Okay. Finn, we're back to you. You're grappled. Sorry, PF2 there. Which, here is what grapple
Just one
does for
moment.
you.
I was looking it up, too.
You can also toggle it on your sheet, Lapis. In the top part there. If you go to conditions in the top right of your sheet, you can just toggle it. And it'll figure it into your rolls automatically.
I was seeing what options I had.
To try to escape.
I mean,
None of them good.
No,
I
they're all
don't know if I
bad.
really want to escape. I mean, do I have to take concealment against this thing if it's holding me? I feel like I should just be able to punch it for a -2.
Sure, that's fine.
Those are fuzzy.
Yeah, I'd say that's fine. Slight penalty to hit.
Yeah. Well, -2
You're
because I'm
you're-
grappled.
You're like punching at the thing that's touching your waist.
I toggle grapple on. It will calculate the -2 in there automatically.
Yes.
I'm also going to photon it too. Full grappled?
What?
No, I don't want to. That's too many negatives. I'm just going to 1 attack.
Oh, full attack. 15 will miss. And that would have been a tasty amount of damage.
What about?
If I have a +1, will it work? Because I don't have my Song of the Spheres clicked.
16 would
I
still
think
miss.
Song of the Spheres ended with
What
Tom.
about a 17?
No,
Tom's turn.
I re-upped it.
Oh, I
What
didn't
about
hear you.
final offer? 18. Song of
18
Spheres
would
and
still
one.
miss.
Ah.
Aw.
We have a reroll.
I don't think we have a reroll. Let me check. Just a +1.
Yeah, I only rolled a 2 on that die. It's okay.
That's fair.
Oh.
A 2 should miss.
A 2, yeah.
Alright.
A 2 should miss.
And
I
with the
believe it
reaction,
now.
I'm going to yell, "Eat me, you bugger!"
It wants to try, just it's got to survive. Lahan, it's your turn.
All right. I am going to, shoot it again. As I do.
It's invisibility super doesn't matter if you get eaten.
That's a 29 to hit
That super hits.
for 21 electric and
damage.
fire.
Ouch.
Lahan putting in good damage.
Throw my move action in the trash.
Harold appreciates your.
Actually, that's not true.
your-
Harald doesn't get it. I'm
tasty
gonna
move
just
actions.
move back a little bit behind Jacinto. I can, I have 60 feet of range. I don't need to be this close to that thing.
You hear the click of Harald's teeth that he manifests just for this. Just click on nothing as you snatch that move action out of his jaws.
Yep.
It's now Biggin's turn, so now we get to deal with Swallow Hole.
He doesn't he have to attack the last thing that attacked him?
Yeah.
Oh, we have to do confusion.
And confusion?
Because
You don't need to do a
Yeah, roll
confusion
that.
roll, actually.
As
Yeah.
much
Roll
as I
that
would have liked.
confusion.
There is no confusion roll because it was attacked after it started confused.
Oh no! And then I attacked it. It's gonna come after Lahan. I hit it. I attacked it last.
Yeah,
Oh, that
Lahan
is
was
a-
the last one to attack it.
That is
When
a
it
huge
becomes
bummer,
visible
isn't it?
to attack Lahan, it's going to get attacked by...
Okay.
Ha! That's true.
So it's confused, but Lahan attacked it. Does it not make the roll just go to attack Lahan?
Right.
That is what the confused condition says.
Okay.
So, let me double check. If you are not devoted to attacking a target, nope. If you are attacked while you're confused, you always attack the creature that last attacked you until that creature is dead or out of sight, unless it is otherwise impossible for you to attack it that round. While confused, you can't make attacks of opportunity, blah, blah, blah. So, unless you're committed to attacking that person. So, if the gross thing can get to Lahan and attack this round, it has to, according to confused.
Okay.
You might be able to bring Finn along for the ride.
You really want to get eaten?
Technically, you're still in its reach, and it has 2 tentacles. So it might be able to just swivel around and hold on to Finn if you're okay with that, while the other one lashes out at Lahan.
Because otherwise it's
I'm
a
fine with
standard
that.
action to
A reposition.
reposition. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it moves over here, and it's going to attack Lahan, and we'll see what happens there.
At what point in
Maybe-
the attack does it become visible?
Right when it happens, so
All right. Ava's going to
Do you-
attack as soon as it's visible.
do your worst.
Also, Artania would like to take an attack of opportunity because it has blind sense. He has blind sense.
Fair enough. Do that.
So, blind sense makes it a 20% miss chance. So, 20 or lower is bad.
33 does hit.
Oh!
From
Oh.
Ava.
Where'd Tiny go?
And Artania makes the bite with flanking. 18. It's going to miss, as we know. Oh, 19.
19.
19 with Song of Spheres.
If you use a +1, that'll hit.
We have a +1.
I will take the +1
This one's
and
from
do
Drunk Fat Ninja.
10.
Flesh Serpent +1.
Thank you, Drunk Fat Ninja, for letting me take down my nightmares. That is a total of 10 piercing damage from Artania. Small potatoes compared to Flash Shuriken from Ava, but
Yeah. Bam, bam. It's just, again, chorus of agony. And it stops right in front of Jacinto, and it lashes out at Lahan for a 33 to hit KAC for 14 slashing damage. And if that hits and exceeds by 4, you're grabbed. By 13, you're pinned or
Restrained.
incapacitated.
I mean, you say that like it's not going to. It's a
Get
33.
2 people grappled.
It's 33. You could have more than a 20
I mean,
armor class.
I do. I have 24, but that's
There you go.
how. I don't know
Oh.
how I would have 29 at this level.
well, he was talking about pinned.
You could be a
Oh.
cheat.
You
That'd
could
be
have
pretty
just
hard.
secretly saved and then splurged on amazing armor.
I mean, I
Uh,
did do that. That's why I'm at 24. That's why I say it would be really hard to have 29.
My sense of AC is thrown off wildly by Ava's.
Ava's can't be that much higher than mine. What's Ava's at?
I think
Ava's
it's
wearing heavy
28. But so that does hit. That does do damage, and you are grappled.
26, 28, yeah.
And it's Ava's turn.
Ava's turn was moved to just right before the serpent, technically.
Sorry about
And
that.
she's-
Forgot to do the move.
Yeah, no, she's just going to keep readying actions to attack when it's visible.
So I moved you. So it's Jacinto's turn, actually, and you have this... Oh, it should have made a will save. I keep forgetting about the will save.
You got a lot going on.
It failed. It's
Uh-oh.
visible, and you see it in all its disgusting glory right in front of you.
Oh.
How much more beat up is it looking?
It looks really beat up. It's bleeding out of a lot of its multitude of orifices.
Okay, well, it can't. You tell me, do I think this thing can grab me if it's grabbed with 2 tentacles, my friends?
It does have to have a free appendage.
It
Usually.
specifically has 2 tentacles.
Right,
but
it's got
yeah.
2
Okay.
people grabbed. So it couldn't attack
Alright,
with one of its
so-
tentacles unless it dropped someone.
Okay, so Jacinto, being a wise plant boy, is going to make a calculated risk here and get the hell out of Dodge.
You
And it
also
could have a
remember
tail,
from your
or
ability that
teeth.
that confusion prevents attacks of opportunity.
However, it is no longer confused as of my turn because it was only
Oh.
confused for 1 round.
This was an
I-
important bit of information that I missed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, it
So-
probably still has teeth or a tail or something.
Oh yeah, yeah. Most likely, Jacinto's going to get smacked, but that's okay. He's a brave boy. Everybody should be getting fast healing 1 at the start of their turns,
Good to know.
which includes Finn. So Finn, make sure you've recovered probably 2 health at this point if you haven't already.
I just want I got this,
Jacinto.
last
What?
one. I got one last. I forgot.
Oh, okay,
this
cool.
last.
Okay, awesome. Jacinto runs away, but not before giving Artania a move action. Run!
It actually only had the tentacles, so there's nothing for it to attack with.
Ha!
Woohoo!
Yes!
Oh my god, so Jacinto, it doesn't look nearly as valiant as I wish it did. Jacinto sort of scrambles backwards as this thing, he hears it sort of slithering up to him, and then it just pops into visibility. That's like horrifying. And so he just sort of and scrambles backwards and bumps into the guardrail and starts heading up the stairs. Artania, get it! And Artania
That's
is
especially
gonna-
funny after you
that's-
telling him it's not as scary as it thinks it is.
Listen, he couldn't see it before. So Artania is going to take another bite. That is a 28 to hit for 18 points of damage. Artania, go.
Danger spider. I don't like that.
Artania, the danger spider. And that is my turn.
Finn.
I'm gonna punch it. And find out. It's an 18. Do we have another +1 floating out there? Oh, I did. Did I turn this on? Hang on.
We do not.
Does that
You're
include
still-
the Song of the Spheres?
Dang it, it does.
But
So
you're
you-
still grappled as well, which isn't
It's already
helpful.
calculated in. I've got that marked on my sheet.
Oh,
It should be doing the thing.
I didn't see it coming up in the macro, but
I didn't either, but an 18 will miss.
Dang.
Lahan.
All right. Well, I'm going to shoot it. which I guess would provoke, but it's busy grabbing me, so I don't think there's anything it can do about it.
It's grabbing you. Yep.
Would have to drop me. That's a 30 to hit for
Yeah.
18 electric and fire damage.
That will hit. Ugh. Ava, I know this isn't gonna happen, but miss, please. I want to swallow
Okay.
someone.
Okay, I'll miss.
Don't do it.
Summon that big iris energy.
Big iris energy. Oh, you even said it. Oh, gross. All right, subtract 4 from each of these attacks because Ava's gonna full attack because you guys want to miss. She throws them even like at the exact same time. Oh, that's already not a miss.
it's already dead. It's already dead.
Oh no!
Oh my god, you're killing him.
Oh, stop, Ava! No, stop! It's already dead. What are you doing?
Oh,
That's a grand total of okay. So hold on. That's 2 27s to hit, 1 EAC, 1 KAC, and that's a grand total of 65 damage in the end. 31 piercing and 34 fire.
Wow, that was a devastating miss.
you
Devastating.
destroyed that creature. You destroyed poor Biggin.
Oh god.
Good.
I just imagine one
never got
shuriken
eaten.
hit each eye.
I
Feel poor
tried.
about it.
I tried.
Mm.
But confusion happened and that threw things off.
Sorry, next time.
What the
Next
hell
time,
was
two
that?
horrible flesh snake things. I don't know. That was really bad. I totally lied. It did look as scary as it probably thought it did.
I was kind of hoping it was going to eat me.
And I
I
feel
figured
like
I'd be able to punch it real good from the
Why?
stomach. Well, it was invisible. I couldn't see where it was, and if it ate me, it would have been everywhere.
Jacinto looks very perplexed.
Finn's not super high into whiz. He really isn't.
Ava walks up and is pulling shurikens from this thing, and she's just like, "You really need to curb that, Finn. I am concerned about you, and I was cursed for half of this adventure. For God's sake."
I just want to be eaten.
as you're pulling those shurikens out, the flesh is starting to break down and it's starting to liquefy.
Man, but what do you think made this thing? Do you know anything about this kind of stuff?
I don't know. Let me take a look. Give me a second. He just boops Artanya real quick for a level 1 Mystic Cure, which I am reducing now. And then he will come over. Oh, and he's going to give Artanya extra health, most likely. Yeah, with a 2 on the die. Plus 7. Artanya needs another 17. We'll give Artanya 10. From my own body.
From your
And
own
then-
body.
From my own plant body. And then we wander over to the flesh snake again. And mysticism check on this nightmare.
It's been so
Life
long since we've
science,
actually
physical
identified
science.
anything. This thing is sort of a man-made aberration. What do you think that would be?
Aberrations scream
mysticism.
mysticism to me, yeah.
Yeah, let's do mysticism.
24.
You don't know. I know you rolled very, very high, but I don't think you know what this is because it's a new thing.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, it's totally reasonable that this would be
Like, you could-
relatively rare.
You could deduce that this was created in a lab. This is not a naturally occurring thing. You look at the other bodies in the room, and you can deduce that there are similarities between the two to a certain extent. Like if you're looking before they completely disintegrate, the constituents that were absorbed into this beast all bear striking similarities to the 3 half ogres you see in this barn, plus the half ogre that you fought outside. Though none of them match exactly. They all have different mutations.
Okay.
And you do have these busted open doors revealing a room back here.
We
All
toss
right.
the place.
You toss the place. Well, I need to pull up a couple sheets on my end.
Oh, everybody got 2 more hit points back as well from fast healing.
Sweet.
And so this chamber in the room that you're in, you find a really messed up still that's probably not great, which you feel free to drink the alcohol if you want.
No.
That sounds
No.
like
Are you
something
sure?
Do not
I would
want.
do.
Are you sure? Are you
Yeah.
sure?
I'm sure.
Wait, does it smell good?
It smells like incredibly potent alcohol.
Oops! Jacinto token spells it
Does
away before Finn can make a bad decision.
Oh no, I said we let Finn make a
Hold on,
bad
no, does somebody
decision
have
for
a
the sake of the
chemalizer?
story. But I'm not drinking it.
I don't have a
Alright.
chemalizer. If we want to let Finn drink it,
We
I
could
will
bottle some of it and give it to somebody else or sell it.
not.
Finn, what is Finn's alignment?
Neutral?
Fair. Okay. Just checking.
You sure it's not chaotic neutral?
I think it actually might be.
We're just gonna sell this
Oh yeah, it is. It's chaotic neutral.
bathtub ogre moonshine.
Yeah. Made in the hell
I'm only going to
moon
sell
or
it to a bad person. Don't worry.
wherever the pronk we are.
Somewhere.
All right. Sorry, I'm trying to grab some tokens. I forgot to put 3 tokens on the map. So I'm getting as close to approximation as I can for the species.
But seriously, does anybody have a flask or something I could put some of this in?
No.
We could grab. Yes. Yes, I do.
I'm going to add a flask of that to my
confidence.
inventory. It's mine now.
Sure. Right. Flask of Grawl family moonshine. Because that way I'll be able to look up the rules for it if you ever drink it.
I'm
What you
not
see in the
drinking
room, what you see in the room beyond, it looks as though it was once just a barn, and then someone decided to add in a laboratory and some specimen cages up on the upper level, and then on top of that, there's like all these tubes, as though like think like a Bacta tank where someone would be suspended to heal, and you see like some partially grown humanoid figures that they all have mutations of some sort. Some of them have been broken open. And there's some weird fleshy growths. I think there's a little bit of influence from like the xenomorph hives going on in here. It's all kind of just mashed together in this room.
Lovely.
But you do see that there are 3 figures in the southern cage. A Bolida, a Phantomite, and a human.
Oh, Bolida. I love Bolida.
Is this a ladder right here?
Yeah.
Ava will climb the ladder.
Yeah, it's just a bad drawing they did, because if the cage is in that top area, there's a ladder right in front of it, but there's not a good spot to dismount the ladder to get on.
We'll say it goes up to here instead of like up to cage.
Yeah,
Right?
directly up the cage door. Jacinto
Yeah.
flies up on Artania because we all can fly.
I'll follow
Oh, that's
them.
right. Yeah, Ava doesn't. Halfway up the ladder, Ava remembers her jetpack and it activates that for the other half.
Good save. Much more impressive.
Yeah, fly
Needed
up.
some altitude before I could launch myself. That's all.
Oh, of course. Yes.
So
and
Ava kind
you
of like
see-
looks through the bars here. What are these humanoids
see-
doing?
Well, you see 3. They're unconscious. They're nude and they're beat to hell. There is a male human, a male. They're all male. Male human, Bolida, and a Phantomite.
What are Bolitas and Phantomites? I don't know those races.
Bolida are centipede people. Centipeople, if you will. Yeah. And then Phantomites are like blue-skinned, sort of tri-corner hat head-shaped aliens,
And
humanoid.
They've got digitigrade legs, like dog's hind legs. They bend backwards a little bit.
Yeah.
They're like a little bit like an edgelord gray, but with bent backwards legs. Because they look
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
they look kind of like they're cool, like the cool older cousin of a gray.
Yeah. Big black eyes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one's been tortured though, so its legs are bent forward the right way.
Oh no.
No.
Bad.
So
bad.
that was a 23 strength check to break down the bars to get into the cage, break down the door to get in the cage.
Dang.
I suspect that is not enough because most strength checks are in the upper 20s into the
23?
early 30s.
Really?
Which is get Lahan to pick the lock.
I literally
Ava.
rolled a 17.
Yeah, I know. Strength check to break things are ridiculously hard. I can double
Yeah.
check the rule, but I'm pretty sure that's not going to be enough to break some steel bars.
Double check for me, would you? Because
Lahan
I
will
don't buy that
come
that's not enough to break down the
Pick the
door.
lock.
Ability checks are done.
I'm,
Done.
I'm
Starfinder
level
method,
8 and I
breaking
have a
objects.
strength of 22. If
Yeah,
a 17 on the
no.
die with a +6 doesn't get it, then I quit
Incredulity
being strong.
is merited here, friend.
Steel restraints are a 25. A steel door is a 28, and since this is a barred steel door, I would say it'd be somewhere in between at like a 27.
That's the rules.
I'm sorry, Leif. It's always disappointing to want to break
I
things.
literally have to get a nat 20 to be able to do it. Gotcha.
Yep.
It's
I've got strength, and
super
that'd be
dumb.
same for me. Let's just have Lahan pick the lock. It's less exciting, I know.
Yep. You try and break it, and then Lahan comes up and pulls out her tools and unlocks the cage, and you've got 3 unconscious figures in front of you, unconscious nude figures.
We should haul them back to the sick bay on our ship, yeah?
Well, our ship's not here. We took a little dinghy.
Oh, yeah.
You took an
Yeah.
intercopter.
Jacinto, can you do anything for these guys?
Yeah. Let me see. Actually, I'm no good at medicine, and I'm running kind of low on juice here.
Oh, that's me.
Lahan.
That's me. I'm medicine.
Yeah.
I was gonna say you all should be sitting on a pile of healing serums as well.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, hold on.
Those aren't for using, they're for hoarding.
We got the advanced med
Important for that
kit.
one
Yeah,
punch.
they're.
It's trouble.
Don't you know their effectiveness increases by the number of how many you have? So
So the
you gotta
DC
have
is-
10 stockpiled up for them to even be good and effective.
It's 20, 25 if you wanted to heal significantly more, I believe. But 20 is just what their level.
I don't see that in here.
With an advanced med kit, the DC to treat deadly wounds is 20.
Yeah.
So. Oh, I never noticed that +2 insight bonus to medicine checks to treat drugs, diseases, and poisons. That's neat.
Just double checking treat deadly wounds because I know there's effects.
Oh, it's just you treat deadly
One
wounds.
hit point per level. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then you add your intelligence modifier if you exceed the DC by 5. So they recover their level and hit points. At least one of them does.
And then another one does. And a third one gets their level +6.
Okay.
Smart.
So which one did you want to get their level +6?
Whichever what we could just, it doesn't matter.
That's fine. I'll just pick a random one then. I didn't know if you wanted to pick one special.
Probably went to whichever one was
Um,
closest first,
Okay, so the closest one is the human. The Fentomite is the bottom right, and then the Sheeran is subbing in for the Bolita. So the human would wake up first and be like, "Ugh, who are you? Did they send rescue?"
They who?
Our brothers, our sisters, the Black Arrows.
Sort of. We are here to rescue you. Now that we know that you're here.
So others survived?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
We haven't found anyone else.
Tell us what happened.
Hey,
Oh, go on, Ava.
Ava's gonna run out of the room, but go ahead, continue.
Okay.
We were out on a patrol. We got delayed. When we returned to Rannick, it was overrun by ogres. They ambushed us. We had to fight our way out. We lost several people. We ended up taking refuge out here, and while we were trying to take care of ourselves, this blasted family, they overwhelmed us, and they've just been torturing us for fun for a week or more. It's hard to keep track of days.
My God. Well, the good news is they're all dead now. At least the ones that were in the barn. How many were there off the top of your head?
There were... Wow, I have to do math. I apologize.
Math finder.
Yeah.
Learning in disguise.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And
there was at least a half dozen on top of what you saw in the... There's at least a half dozen.
Okay.
There might be more.
Do you know anything about the big old weird worm monster they had?
It was an experiment. They kept it fed and happy, and it guarded the barn. Kept us from getting out.
Well, okay. So our first priority should probably be getting these people to safety, right?
yeah, at this point, Ava will come back in on the back of that bird thing.
Nice.
If you come back in on Kib
Yeah.
will disregard your commands and fly over, crowding everyone out of the way to get to that human.
Aww.
Aw.
And it's
Worm
like
master.
it's like nuzzling him. If it was a dog, it would be licking him, but it's a bird, and I would just stab it.
But it's still super sweet. Giant burb found his master.
It's probably nipping at him. That's what birds do when they like things. They nip at him.
It's like nipping at his hair, maybe, you know,
Yeah.
and nuzzling him.
Ava just hops off, and she's just like, look, wry smile underneath her disheveled hair.
I'm sorry
Ava
to
can
crush Ava's
smile?
heart.
No, I had a feeling we were looking for this thing's master. We don't need two Artanias.
Well, you should be safe here. We should probably clear out that house before they take anyone else hostage.
These monsters need to be dealt with. I would greatly appreciate it if you could do that, if you feel comfortable doing that, but I won't.
Ava just
I won't
chuckles
try
at
and
them.
talk you
we
into
got
it.
this.
Doing that.
We got this.
And the other two figures, they woke up and they're basically they're listening. You can tell that this guy they're deferring to him.
Like he's in charge, or he's just the most healed.
Like he's in charge. He's not the most healed. There's just one thing I ask. If you're going in, there's something in there that has great sentimental value to me. If you could return it to me, I would very much appreciate it. You could keep anything else in mind you find.
What is it?
It's a rifle. It's got a shock fusion on it. It was a gift from my late spouse.
We'll
Of course,
find
we'll
it.
get it for you.
We'll return your rifle if we find it.
And at this, I think the other two would probably chime in, and they, for less nostalgic reasons, would probably ask that you, if you can, maybe return their weapons.
Yes, give them their gear back, of course.
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
looks like this has turned into a fetch quest, guys.
Yep, we have a fetch quest. Let's go.
Okay.
They will post up in here, probably as weird as it is, probably staying in the cage because at least it offers them cover. And Kib is going to post up out in front.
Okay.
All right. I will move the burb. The burb is coming into the barn.
Ava will give them her comm unit and say, these people's number are programmed into here. Call us if you run into any trouble.
I feel like they're the only comm numbers, and then like Snake.
No, they're absolutely the only comm numbers in there. Half of them aren't even like saved under a name; they're just like frequently used.
It took me a second to remember the game Snake. I thought you were talking about like a nickname of somebody. I was like, who's Snake? What am I forgetting?
No, I had to think for a second too. I was like, oh right, no, Ava loved playing Snake on that phone. Okay, right.
I'm sorry.
Oh no, there's a little side scroller. No, there's that little side scroller spaceship game on the old Nokia phones. I don't know what it was called, but that was my jam on my mom's phone when I was a kid.
Sorry, I'm very old, so I remember Snake before it even hit phones.
Dating yourself. The people who are only listening didn't know you were old.
My bones turned to dust.
It's like measuring, but with years instead of inches. Ugh.
Oh, in that case, I'm huge.
All right. So would you like to go? Is there anything you'd like to do in here? Any other questions you'd like to ask these folks? Or would you like to go to the farmhouse?
Did the ogres have any loot?
They would have some very basic loot. I thought I gave it to you, but I must not have because we were still in a fight. That's what it was. Grawl Farm. We were in... Of all things, I didn't make a handout for them, but it's very simple. I will just tell you.
I'm obligated to ask as a loot goblin.
Yeah, no, I 100% get that, and I can tell you right now, they did not have a lot on them. Their primary thing was their spear. It was a sopranino singing spear. I don't know why it didn't say soprano, but it's sopranino.
Because sopranino is even higher, even smaller.
Ah. Okay, so sopranino
like
singing
super
spear.
Soprano.
And they were wearing Defrex hide. And that's all. They didn't have much else on them. It was just like scraps and like crappy clothes.
Okay, but spears have the throne special property, right?
They do.
Yeah.
And so that's a thing.
But do they have the throne special property and like 70d6 of damage on them, Leif?
Oh, do they? Well, they are sonic damage. I'm assuming
they are. These are level 4 spears, Leif. They do a D8 piercing and sonic damage.
Yeah, I was being facetious. They don't have 70.
I see. Well,
So you found 3 of those and 3 sets of Defrex.
Cool. I'll put that on the party loop.
And if you would be moving to the house, I'm going to move the player's flag over to this map. Which you should hopefully have vision for.
I can see.
I do.
And what you see before you, let me scroll through my notes because we're going at this backwards.
Isn't that
This is a moss encrusted decaying structure. It slumps drunkenly at the edge of a damp forest clearing. There's rickety steps crawling up to a porch
just
covered by a huge eave held aloft by thick pillars of just made from the local timber. They're decorated with crude carvings of manticores impaling children with their tail spikes, women being ripped apart by wolves. The carvings look like a child's work, but the subject matter grows more gruesome and depraved from one depiction to the next. An unsettlingly large rocking chair of lashed wood and bone sways erratically in the breeze at the far end of the porch under a vast menagerie of wind chimes composed of decidedly humanoid bones. The house's windows have all been sealed up with rusty sheet metal, although it's unclear whether this was done to keep intruders out or prison whatever things make their home within.
Heiser really likes including descriptions of chairs. I am telling you.
And you would have actually been coming from this direction here.
Yeah, Lahan will telepathically tell the party. Let me see what's let me do a once around real quick before we get ourselves in any trouble.
Are you gonna
Just
sneak?
Sneak around the outside.
Ooh.
Is this a
Ava's
window?
got a really high sneak. Let Ava sneak with you.
Oh yes, come along. Lahan is aiming her video camera into any windows that she sees. Like maybe this
Okay.
one? Is that a window?
It's a window that's inexpertly sealed. So what you can see
that's
through
right.
that crack is kind of what you can is what you would be able to peek through the window at. Does that make
Okay.
sense?
So let's just
Yeah.
sort
So
of.
you're not seeing a lot, but your character wouldn't see a lot.
I should have just let Ava go. I spaced that. I'm thinking of 23 is not bad. I was
You rolled
thinking
pretty
of
good.
Sloan and not on.
That's all right. We can see some
Oh,
shapes moving through this window here. It looks like.
yeah, right there. See another shape. Oh, there's another shape.
Yeah.
Are there any other
It was odd
doors?
that Lahan was going to scout.
You play so many games and you get your characters confused a little bit.
No,
I'm just
sometimes.
gonna roll with it though.
exactly.
I figured maybe she got some new skills.
Yeah. So it seems like
Does have a lot of
as they're
skills.
going, I suppose Lahan's probably communicating this since Ava gave away her comm unit, but there's some units here in this northeastern room.
You can use
Yeah.
bluff to do
Okay.
hand signals.
And
We're
there is
broadcasting the video camera.
There is a second story as well.
We don't see any other doors.
No,
Is this not a door here that I'm in front of?
That's a window.
Okay.
Exploration
So
mode is
everything's
off.
boarded up pretty tight then. But there are people in there. Also, just in case it wasn't acknowledged enough, I did get a nat 20 on that stealth
You
check.
did. I'm sorry we didn't acknowledge it. as
Nope,
much
that's
as we
okay.
should have
That's
acknowledged.
okay. That's just going to be my
Crit skill
one
checks.
nat 20 for the night, so I just wanted it acknowledged.
I saw a great meme of somebody like it was a D20 2 times, and it was like my rolls in combat when my D20 when I'm rolling in combat, and it's like a nat 1, and then my roll when I'm trying to figure out what color that guy's hat is, natural 20.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
That is
that's pretty accurate.
Yeah, that's the life.
So actually, there is a door here, and there is a door here. This one over here appears to be the front door.
Well, let's not use that one.
Yeah, then we should obviously ignore that. Jacinto, before we breach the door, right before, we'll put Defrex hardiness on Artania. And now you all know what a Defrex is,
Oh.
thanks to the Sunday show.
Yeah, no kidding. I love that. Also, don't you know,
Did-
help and heroes use the back door.
Yep.
Mm.
Help and heroes. Did we take a 10-minute?
You
I think we
definitely
could've-
could have.
Yeah.
We didn't announce it, but Finn would be super down for that. He's a little bruised and stinky.
Yeah, let's take a 10-minute. I would like to recharge my battery.
Jacinto, I'm gonna beg
we all
Jacinto
rested
for some
while we were-
cleaning while
Yeah.
doing a 10-minute.
We will all beg Jacinto for some fin cleaning.
I token spell Finn twice.
You gotta keep your Solarian nice and clean.
Twice.
just to make sure that I got it all.
yeah, probably needs it.
That's a lot of
I
stomach
think that
bile.
Jacinto is becoming my my little handy dandy maid and healer now. Sponge bath me.
That's the support role.
Yep.
For Jacinto's birthday, Finn gets him a little butler outfit.
Oh, cute. Because here I was thinking a little maid's outfit.
Maybe a blending of the two.
I was thinking like a sponge on a stick so he can reach up between my shoulders.
If that happens, then Finn will find Jacinto distinctly missing the next time he needs healing.
Oh no, my arm has been broken by this monster. Jacinto, would you? Oh, Jacinto.
Oh, Artania, you're so
Jacinto.
silly. You're so fun. And they're like, just having a little tea
Frolicking
party
on a beach.
Jacinto, I've broken both my arms and I need help going to the restroom.
Oh, that really sucks.
All right. What would you like to do with this door?
Well, obviously, I'm
break
not
it
going
down.
to kick it down. It's
I want to
impossible
break
to
it
do
down.
that.
I'm gonna try.
Yeah.
Is it locked?
It
No,
is
Yeah,
locked.
don't break it down. We want to be sneaky about this.
24.
Well, hon, well,
No.
It's
Like
not
I
a
said,
steel
we're being
door.
stealthy about this.
Everybody in there hears a loud bang as Finn punches the door. Does the door break?
Oh man. Let me find out. This is a wooden door, so there's a higher chance you could break it.
Yeah, wood
I'd be
is much
super
easier to
jazzed if I
than
break it.
steel.
Break down
Well,
a
this
wooden
is a
door.
fun game.
DC 16, so you could be significantly more dramatic when it's wooden doors, Leif.
Just gotta
Yeah,
pick
yeah.
your battles.
That's not the point here. Ava's gonna shove Finn up against the door frame and just be like, "What do you think you're doing?"
and then the door opens from the inside.
Wait, I broke the door. I'm getting us inside.
The door would be open with a 24 then, yeah.
Yeah, it would. I was.
Okay.
Yes,
Sorry.
and now all three of the individuals in the northeast room know we're here.
All right, and what you see before you is a kitchen. It's a musty chamber. It smells of blood and week old meat. There's a thick, and it's thick with clouds of fat, greasy flies. There are thumb-sized cockroaches dancing along the walls, floor, and ceiling. And a thick butcher's block sits under three cruel-looking cleavers that hang on the rack above it. Bloodstained smocks of thick leather, one still dripping fresh gore, hang on a bone spur hook by the door. A crockery platter of severed fingers and toes sits on a rickety old table next to a dried sinew basket overflowing with hacked off hands and feet, all sporting stubs of congealed blood where their digits once were. A family of lucky rats gorges itself on the red stumps. And Finn, as you open that door, fortitude save.
Sorry, my mouse is being dumb. Got it.
You're fine. But that stench, it hits you. It's like you ran into a brick wall of stench. Is that how bad it is?
Oh. Does Finn like make a reaction, a noticeable reaction to this?
Oh yeah, and there's a free action. Watch out, guys! It's real smelly.
Oh. Well, let me cast a spell then. Before we go any further, and Jacinto will cast Life Bubble. The darling spell.
Oh, hey.
I don't know why there's spell penetration on this. Anyway, we now have breathable living conditions for 9 days, friends, because it's actually spellcaster level +1 because of the gauntlet that I have all the way back from book 1. So
Yeah.
Wow, completely forgot about that.
yeah, so have I. I've never used it except to boost my caster level, which is nice.
Yeah, you could shocking grasp with it.
Yeah, and I'm sure nothing would go poorly with that, especially not a curse. I don't actually know. I don't know if that's like a plan that you have or not. I just always forget to. / Jacinto's not very offensively minded.
That's fine. You've got your army. So that's what you see in there. And there was a wall of smell, but now it's, filtered out by magic.
Magic. Let me mark that. That was,
convenient.
admittedly, my last first level spell slot for the day. I'm going in there with 4 spell slots remaining, friends. Gonna be fine. I have spell gems. No, it's not 9 days divided by 4, ninja. Duration is 9 days. Targets up to 8 creatures. Up to 9 creatures. All right, so do we continue in?
That is entirely up to you.
Well,
I mean, yeah. Ava wants to listen for a minute, or not like a minute, but just for enough to just tell if somebody heard us or is coming for us.
Oh.
32
Lapis,
perception to hear.
Lapis, I'm getting some
You-
echo from you.
you don't hear anything coming towards you, but you do hear the occasional like creak and groan of a floorboard.
If it had been like all up on Finn, so you're gonna like shrug her off. I'm gonna take point. I'm gonna lead everybody in.
Would you like to look around this room, see if there's anything of interest here?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I'll let my little
Yeah.
panty boy and everybody else look.
Gladly. I love perception rolls. Not when I roll a 3. That is a 23.
Okay.
25.
So looking around, what you realize is, despite their relatively simple construction, those 3 cleavers are actually fairly valuable and well made. They are mechanically tactical hand axes, but they're just giant, crude looking meat cleavers.
Neat. Those are worth a fair amount. Ava, recognizing their true worth, will put them in her null space chamber. Or is she the one that I can't? I'm getting my games mixed up again.
I want to say Finn is holding the null space chamber. It's either Finn or Ava has it.
I think it is Finn. I think it's Finn.
Because you disappear a lot. We had this conversation, so we gave it to Finn.
Yeah.
All right, and then you see 2
Turns out
doors.
being cursed makes you super unreliable.
There's a door right here, and there's a door right here.
Oh, I was muted. We should actually move into the room. I can't move Jacinto in until the actual frontliners are in
Waiting
there.
for the frontliners.
Oh, yeah. Do we want to go to the north or to the east? I feel like the north is going to take us to that room with people in it.
That's probably a good idea to handle first, right?
Probably.
I imagine so. Ava will get on one side of the door.
I want to punch this one down,
kind
too.
of- Yeah, and kind of just gesture sarcastically for Finn to knock the door down.
Finn does not pick up the sarcasm. Finn happily punches the door.
The door wasn't even locked, and it bursts off its hinges, and you see a set of stairs going down.
Actually,
Even
I'll roll
with a
7.
7, I feel like Finn actually.
It's gonna
doesn't
take 2
punch the
punches.
door.
Okay, yeah, no, sorry. It isn't locked, but Finn does punch it.
There
and
we
it just
go.
kind of rattles.
It takes 2 punches. Second punch is a nat 20.
There. The second one, you just splinter it.
Like, I go with my right hand. It rattles. I'm like, look at that. Super punch on the second one.
Ava pokes her head down the stairs, realizing it's not what she was looking for. Kind of.
Yeah.
Upset.
It's a short, like 10-foot set of stairs, and it goes into darkness. I'm sure you can see it. There's another door at the base of the stairs.
I was going to say, does it go up to that second floor, or does it go down?
It goes down.
Should we check the basement or come back for it after we find those guys?
I feel like we should check this floor before we move to a new one.
I agree.
Yeah. Sounds like a good plan.
We close the door and barricade it since it's
there ain't no
busted
door to
now
close.
with that table. Yeah, we just put a table in front of it.
There you go. Artania helps.
This is why you can't
Alright.
have nice things. Can't bring Finn anywhere. He'll break the doors.
I got a nice set of crystal for my family. It's Finn. Smash.
Crystal doors.
Jeez. Oh no, that
Those
was
will be easy to
holding
break.
the special medicine for my family.
So who's opening this door?
Artania opens the door.
Okay.
I was going to say,
Oh,
he checks to see if
no!
it's locked.
The door
Artania
opens.
scuttles forward.
The
He's getting
door
smarter.
opens. And it doesn't make sense for...
Uh-oh. Have I broken the game?
You haven't broken the game, but you... Oh, one thing. Sorry, you guys rolled your perceptions and you rolled really high. Beside that door, before you open it, one of you would have found a hidden switch on either side of the door.
Oh. Well, then obviously Artania would wait to open the door because Artania was following Jacinto's, say so.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
We
What
should
does
probably
the
deal with
switch
that.
look like it does?
It doesn't look like it's tied into like the lighting or anything like that. It goes to some sort of mechanism that's buried into the wall.
I'm just
It's
gonna
not utilities related.
disable whatever that is.
All right. Make an engineering check, which I honestly,
40.
I'm not sure if you could even. Yeah, you super succeed. Your bonus is ridiculously high.
Mechanic.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I
Uh,
can't wait until catches bonuses are like that. Oh wait, they
You-
already kind of are.
They'll never be
You-
quite
what
as
you real-
high because Lashunta. I have a racial bonus that Catch will
True.
never have.
There might be a
Uh,
racial
Way to
graph
rub
for
it in
that.
their face.
What you realize is that this was a trap designed to swing a mechanical scythe down into the person that walked through the door if the trap was not disabled.
See, this is why you let Finn bust down doors, because then he gets the traps. I'm just a hit point.
Mm.
Hit point shield for y'all.
Yeah, Finn
You
You
has
don't have to
points.
block everything with your face, Finn.
And what you see in this is a dark room. It also stinks of putrefying flesh, but it's not as stinky as the kitchen was. It's tolerable. There are 8 wooden chairs with grinning bleached skulls crowning their backs, and they circle a monstrous 4-foot-high dining table covered with a crude tablecloth of crinkly leather you suspect may have come from a sentient being. The dining table is a rotten human head. Its stringy red hair, thankfully draped over its mutilated face, serves as a place for buzzing, bloated flies to gather.
It's sentient leather. You can tell because it smells like sentience.
Well, you can tell because at one end, kind of like a bearskin rug, there's a person's head shape.
Oh, that's worse. Okay.
Yeah, you weren't kidding, Jet, when you warned us that this book was going to be gross. This is a gross book. It's a gross book.
I took out the grossest stuff, just so you know.
I shudder to think.
Indeed.
Gross book.
So I suppose we should probably move into this room, huh?
If we have to. Artania sort of pokes at the rug, and Jacinto sends a sharp mental command. Absolutely not.
No, leave it.
It was one thing with
What's
the
in your
Migo
mouth?
wings, but not this.
No. The Migo wings were cool. We're not turning you. I don't know what you would turn into.
And there are 2 other doors other than the ones that you entered. There's one to your left or the west, and then there's one in the north and east corner where the Ava is standing next to.
This door here. I'm sure this one goes to where we want to go.
Northeast.
So does Ava just open the
I want
door?
to punch that door.
Yeah, Ava's gonna check it to see if it's locked.
Okay, make me a perception check.
Oh, I mean, I figure I could just turn the handle.
Sure, you can turn the handle. You turn the handle.
Oh, but hold on.
Hold on. Lavis, do you really still want to
a
be back in that
perception
other room?
check. 28.
No,
You-
my roll 20 is being silly. Can you move me?
I'll move you in here. You just barely notice at the last second that there is another hidden switch for this door.
Lahan. Ava
will-
just gestures at the switch again.
Disables this. That's a 42.
Yeah,
Oh,
Oh my
Nat 20.
goodness.
disgusting.
you literally cannot fail to disable the trap. As long as you see it beforehand, you can disable this trap.
Wild.
No
All right,
traps.
now Ava will try the
No
door
traps
knob.
allowed. That's why you bring a mechanic.
Now you open the door. And as you open the door, I think we're going to need to roll initiative.
What?
Oh no. Oh, you would seem to be correct. I've moved myself into the room just so we can see what's in here.
Understood.
Yeah.
Feel free to move me back if need be.
No, you're fine. You can take that one step in if you would like to be there.
I think I would.
And I am pulling.
Ava was busy scolding Finn, just like total mom moment. Like, you need to think more about your health and not just go blindly into rooms. And then she opens a door blindly and steps into it after this trap is disabled and steps right into melee range with whatever this is.
Then goes, ha! As he's rolling initiative. That's not so easy.
Oh, it would help if I actually clicked the token
Yeah,
to add an
generally.
Sure would.
Finn, do you need initiative rolled for you?
I'm trying. I might get it. Give me one more second. I just
No
gotta
worries.
get it to acknowledge my click.
I just wanted to check.
And Finn is in. Let's sort. Descending order. Let's. Just because it's a new thing that's fun. Ava, surprising no one, you respond first. You open the door right after Lahan effortlessly disables that trap, and you just walk in front of you is a figure.
Yeah.
Sorry,
is a what?
This a figure, a person.
Oh.
This is a figure. Yes, this is a simple room. It's strewn with toys in quotes. I don't know if for those of you just listening, there were quotes around toys. Some of them are carved wood or bone, while others appear to be little more than partial animal carcasses. There are old bloodstains marking the walls, some resembling crude childlike paintings and feature images of dismembered horses and a ridiculous grinning horned devil tossing children off a cliff. There's a big lake with a black reptilian monster sprouting tentacles from its back, and shelves rest against the wall. But instead of data pads and data chips and other learning instruments that might be on shelves, there are very polished skulls of all shapes and sizes. And these figures are, much like the others, mutated. They are not symmetrical as most bilateral humanoids are.
Okay.
So, Ava.
Leif, are you muted?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
We can
Yes.
hear you now. We can't tell when you're muted because your camera's not working tonight.
Of course. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I'll get it figured out for Sunday, I promise. I was just saying these guys look menacing and like they want to do harm, right?
They are adults, despite the fact that they're in a playroom. The figure that's right in front of you is male. The one up and to your left looks to be a female figure, and the female seems to have way too many joints in their body, and male that's right next to you has an oversized jaw with all sorts of distended, twisted, gnarly teeth.
Oh goodness. Okay. Well, we're working on a theme here. These guys look like the guys that attacked us before, so Ava's going to just go ahead and defend herself. Kind of like she had her shurikens out. She just kind of like stabs a quick stab with the flash shuriken to the one she's standing next to.
Fair. I mean, and also, like from the prisoner that you guys never introduced yourselves to. You just talked to the prisoner you found outside. That these people were responsible for torture and the death of at least some of the Black Arrows.
Gotcha.
22 will hit. 29 fire damage. Every time Ava does damage, I am surprised and horrified.
That was the idea when I built her. Surprise and horrify.
Horrified.
Would that be the rest of your turn then?
That'll be it. Yep.
Okay. So it's the individual with way too many joints, and she bellows, "Mulgrew, bite them!" And she will step forward towards Ava, foolishly, I say, and attempt to stab Ava with a spear that she reaches over and sort of grabs, that's kind of tucked against the wall there near the door. And why am I rolling to myself? I will fix that, but it was an 18 total, which I know will miss.
Oh yeah, super miss.
And they moved and sort of drew that spear and attacked, and it's now Mulgrow's turn. Wow, everyone rolled flame for initiative. Mulgrow, yeah, Ava didn't, but Mulgrow, like, drool escaping his just oversized and mangled maw, sort of, you're lucky, and he snaps forward at Ava, trying to tear into her neck. Just one bite, just to get a taste. A 20 will... Man, I'm rolling Fleam as well. A 20 is going to miss. And he's like, oh, she looks tasty. And it's Lahan's turn.
Yeah, I'm not in a great place. We're gonna have...
Yeah,
I'm gonna shoot this one.
okay.
I think I might... I got some line of sight. Soft cover at the very least from Ava, which is the worst one we can have, so we'll just go with that. Song surges off, move action to combat track, standard action to fire. The 21 to hit EAC?
A 21 will hit EAC. Wait, 17 plus 4.
It's 21.
Matches exactly, yeah.
Nice. For 10 points of electric and fire damage.
And this is the one you were aiming at?
Right.
Okay.
And diagonal from Ava there.
Ow, they look seriously injured and they don't like it. Ow, Lucky, they hurt me. Mama's gonna get you. And it's Finn's turn.
Let's see if I can get this to go.
Coming in quiet, Lapis.
Oh, I was talking to myself right there.
Oh.
Talking to yourself is meant to be quiet.
I'm gonna take a move action to come over here. That guy standing next to the chair can take an attack of opportunity if he wants. I totally moved through his area.
I think that you moved. I think you get 2 attacks of opportunity because Lucky and Mulgrow are standing right next to each other.
That's fine. They can all get me. I didn't go through Ava's square though. Oh yeah, diagonal. Yeah, get me.
All right. So Mulgrow bites you with a 27 to hit KAC for 15 piercing damage, not sonic. That is a typo. And then the spear wielder, Lucky, she is going to attempt to stab you. 31 to hit your KAC for 15 also. Identical rolls.
Rude.
Yeah.
Is it though?
Well, upside is they're out of attacks
is.
of opportunity now. I'm also gonna photon it too. and then I'm going to punch that thing, human ogre.
Bang.
Thing seems accurate.
I was quoting Lord of the Rings.
You are very small.
26 to hit with my void gauntlet. As
That
small sparks
will
of light begin entering.
hit. And you were aiming at Mulgrew.
Enjoy your 25. Yep, enjoy the 25 bludgeoning damage.
Oh. Oh, Lucky! Mommy! Mammy! Mammy! And he starts just bellowing at the top of his lungs.
Hmm.
I'm gonna take a free action and call out to probably Jacinto. Do you want to take them alive? And then pass my turn.
Oh, I don't know. I feel like we're about to meet Mammy, so we can figure it out when she gets here. And to that end, Jacinto is going to tell Artania to move in, and then Jacinto is getting the heck into that room because he doesn't want to meet Mommy by himself. So he is going to move directly in behind Artania in what might appear to be a bold plan. Jacinto doesn't want to be away from the frontliners. And I realize now that this is abandoning Lahan in there very bravely, I might add. But
Sir Robin.
Bravely
Sir
ran
Robin.
away.
oh, brave Jacinto. So then Artania is going to attack this fangy guy here.
The seriously injured fangy guy.
Yeah. With any luck, will seriously injure him some more. Yeah, that's a 27 hit CAC for 16 piercing damage.
So Artania kills this fangy boy.
Oh, with his own fangs.
Good.
Yep, those barbed, dangerous pedipalp tentacle things.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. And that's my turn.
It's your turn. Does Artania still have the Defrex hardiness active? Because I think that's what that symbol on it is.
I cast it right before we started exploring this house. So we're probably down like a minute from looking at the door and looking at A3, and so
Yeah.
I'll detract a minute from it. But
Okay, just wanted to be sure. And now we're into turn 2, and Ava.
Oh my goodness. Well,
Lucky looks very nervous.
as she should. Full attack. As before, subtract 4 from these. 1 with each shuriken. So that's, not great rolls.
The serrated is versus
17
KAC.
and a 14.
So,
Serrated is KAC, yeah.
So serrated will miss. Flash Shuriken 14 will also miss.
it also looks like you might have the Song of Spheres active when it is not. Also, natural toot, toot, toot.
Toot toot.
Yeah. And Lucky gets to respond. You killed my brother! You dang spider thing! And it's gonna attempt to stab Artania.
Yeah, that's legit. That's a fair call.
Full attack. Actually, no, it's not gonna full attack. It's gonna cleave. It's gonna go for Ava, and it's gonna go for Artania.
Oh, please.
That's what -2 to AC, so it's even easier for Ava to hit.
Yeah. It also needs to
So-
hit me. If it doesn't hit me, it doesn't get to continue the cleave.
Of course.
So -2 from this roll, so 31
Oh.
to hit.
Oh,
Isn't it-
that'll actually
Isn't there a
hit.
penalty? Sorry, I haven't used cleave before, honestly. Is there a penalty to a hit with the cleave, or do you just need to hit and swing normal?
No, I don't think there's a penalty to it. You
It's just the
gotta hit.
penalty to AC.
Yeah. I think so.
Okay.
I'll double check. But
So 33 for 16 piercing and sonic, and then on to swinging at Artania. So a 30 to hit Artania for 15 piercing and sonic.
yes. So Artania has resistance 8 piercing. Well, 8 DR. So takes half of that, I suppose. We'll take 7.
Okay.
Or 8 if you want the sonic to be the 8.
Well, yeah, that's favorable to me. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, no, with it. But then, importantly, Lucky does take 8 points of piercing damage in retaliation.
Oh, that spider's covered in needles.
A hell of a spider. Really dangerous spider.
I like that. Is Cleave a standard action?
It is. Which is why it's so fun.
A guarded step back then. And then it's the dead one's turn. The brother just sits there and rots, and now it's Lahan's turn. Sorry, I didn't mean to activate Finn.
Lahan can't see anything from back here, so. Oh, rude. Can I get this way? I guess I'm double moving. It's unfortunate. Yeah, back here behind Finn. And that is it for Lahan.
Alrighty. It is now Finn's turn.
So this will make my second round of photon attunement. And I'm going to chase down that one back there.
Give it a hug.
I'm not instead of giving a hug, I'm going to punch her once. As my void gauntlet is almost up to peak explosion brightness.
Oh, yeah, it super hits.
Enjoy 27 bludgeoning damage to the guts.
I'm not going to enjoy it at all. I refuse to give you that. I'm going to take it, but I'm not going to enjoy it. And now it's Jacinto's turn.
All right. Well, didn't want it to happen this way, but Jacinto's going to send Artania in to bite Lucky. And a single bite, because he had to move as well. Oh no, it's only a 17.
Oh, you know what? With Cleave, though, that matches exactly.
Yes.
Oh, snap. Take 15 points of piercing damage then, my friend.
Oh, look, oh, that hurts. That hurts. Mammy, get him for us. Is there anything else Jacinto would like to do?
Jacinto will, take a guarded step back next to Lahan. Sorry, Lahan. I just, figured it was better to be in here.
And we are on to turn 3 and Ava.
Oh boy.
You know you want to get right next to Finn.
I want to what?
Get right next to Finn.
No, of course I do. Ava's going to move over here. I believe that it provokes an attack of opportunity.
You don't want to be around the other side to get flanking? Finn?
No, you're absolutely
you're
right. If I'm
provoke anyway?
triggering an attack of opportunity. Yeah.
A 27 versus your KAC for 19 piercing and sonic.
That'll miss. Especially with my mobility. And she'll stab. Oh, with a critical fail.
No, we have a reroll.
Yay! No.
You want it?
I'll
Take it.
reroll that. Yeah, I'll reroll that.
Dread Pirate Robert says, have a reroll, you crazy diamonds.
Could possibly make it
Oh
any worse.
my goodness.
God.
You were meant to fail that.
You told me. What did I tell you about tempting fate?
It didn't get worse. It got exactly the same as what that got.
2 crit fails in a row. Terrible.
So, anything else you'd like to do after that? No. It's Lucky's turn then, and Lucky's like, all right, what are you trying to do? And Lucky is going to try and full attack Ava. Oh no, why did it roll so many attacks? It's not supposed to. Just look at the first two.
That's a huge bummer.
Yeah.
So those are both going to miss Ava, aren't they?
Yeah,
They
those are both going to miss.
I wish that third attack was the attack.
Yeah.
But it's Lahan's turn.
Lahan will combat track that one and take a shot. It's going to have soft cover, but that's okay. That's a 14. That's not going to do it. Not with soft cover.
I swear, if we don't kill this one before Mammy comes around.
Right?
It is
Then you're up.
Finn's turn.
Well, in that case, I'm going to full attack. Actually,
Lapis, you pushed your mic away and you're very quiet.
Oh, sorry. I was taking a sip of a thing. I can't. How beat up does this one look?
Pretty beat up. Pretty beat up.
I'm a full round attack. I'm also photon tuning, and my gauntlet is as bright as it gets. It's at maximum brightness. I'm holding on to that.
Fair.
I got 11 and a 29.
The 11 will miss, the 29 will hit, and the 29 will end Lucky's life. How do you want to kill this poor young woman with way too many joints?
Not feeling very creative. Can you describe a murder punch for me?
Sure.
I like your murder descriptions. You do a good job.
Your blazing fist slams into her. You just punch her right in the nose, and you drive that cartilage from the nose right up into her skull, and she slumps to the ground bonelessly with a pool of blood forming around her face.
Yeah, that's the good stuff. Thanks, Jet.
You're welcome. And with that, we're actually out of initiative, y'all.
And then Jacinto calls out with a reaction to Finn. Oh, good job, Finn. You got her. Man, these creatures are gruesomely gross. Take 12 stamina points back.
Thanks, Jacinto.
My battle leader archetype. This is an ability I probably haven't used in like a level and a half.
Yeah.
You know what
I forgot you had
I
it.
just realized? As much as there have been jokes about you and Tyler swapping shows, you both are currently playing battle leaders. But he
Yes,
always forgets to use it, but you always almost always remember to use it.
Well, it's hard. It's hard to remember, especially when like you're trying to think of other things, like you're trying to plan your turn and whatnot. So using reactions off turn that aren't I make an attack of opportunity can be hard to remember. But that's funny. That is a funny correlation between the two of us.
Yeah, I just thought that was fun. I never realized he was playing a battle leader. He never used the ability, and then it was brought up in this most recent episode.
Yeah, I heard about that. That's funny. Well, I guess we should lay a trap for this Mammy when she comes around, maybe? Do we want to, like, here, I'll go over in this corner, and then Artania can sort of just sit around the corner, and what do we want to do?
Ava stealths.
Wait, where'd Ava go? Damn it!
Oh no, it's only a 25.
Ooh.
She's hiding here, like behind the chair, but like there's a foot sticking out. You can see.
Maybe Finn this side of the door.
Yeah. Over here?
Like that?
Yeah.
I like that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ooh, and we should leave the door open inward towards us, so that way she can walk in and then Finn can close the door behind her.
Oh, yeah,
Mhm.
perfect.
And we wait.
All right, then Artanya will sit here.
And you wait. Do you look around the room at all while you're doing it?
Without
Or
moving
hiding?
around it.
Sure, maybe a little bit.
Yeah, okay. Well, here, this is what you find in the room. There are highly polished. There's a number of highly polished skulls from various sentient creatures, and you also find another Sapranino singing spear and 2 sets of Defrex hide. And then you wait, and you wait, and you wait, and 1 minute's turn into 5, 5 into 10, 10 into 20.
I don't think we'd wait much longer than 5 minutes, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not that big of a house.
No, I guess, is it too much to hope for that Mammy was killed by those other guys before? No, that's dumb.
We probably killed Mammy. She was in the barn. Yeah, that makes sense.
Or she just doesn't care enough about these two to come.
That's possible.
Ava will go back into this A3 here.
Okay.
Any of them seem particularly matronly? Oh, Jacinto activates his third eye before Ava goes in there. Because Jacinto wants to take a peek through these wooden walls to make sure that nobody's laying a trap on the other side of this door for us.
Okay.
And also, that's
we
just
left
something
this
that I
door
should be
open,
doing.
so we should still be able to see through it.
That's fair. Yeah. So
But, yeah, you can go
will
peek through the other wall before we open the next
Yeah.
door.
I spent like 18,000 credits on this prompting eye. I'm going to use it. Gosh darn it! Talk about forgetting abilities.
So you wanna look through this wall here?
Yeah, this one here to the west.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna move your token in briefly. So that's
It's a hallway.
Yeah.
What's on the other side of that wall? Because I can see through there too. I've got 30 foot of see through.
I can describe this room to you.
That would be lovely.
Well, if you were physically in the room, there's a cloying stink, but you can't see that. There's buckets of filth stacked against the walls. Fat, ravenous flies lazily circle their rims. The room itself is dominated by an immense... I'm reading the wrong room. Oopsie.
This looks like a storage closet, Jet.
Yeah, this is a small chamber. It's
Talk
used
about
to store
not being
refuse.
able to read the room.
Yeah, you store refuse, and there's other remnants from the various antics of this family. So like random bits of stuff and just all sorts of stuff like that. I apologize. I can't believe I read the wrong room.
Yeah, that's okay.
It doesn't look to be anything of extreme value.
Okay. What about, may I move myself one to the south to see the room beyond the hallway? Oh, staircase.
That one's going up.
Aha. Oh gosh, I guess I could see. This is a really weird augment because I guess I could see through the floor, couldn't I?
You could. Yeah, you want to go
So then
down?
I guess what I'm coming up against is how much do I make you describe the house before I say, before it becomes too much, right? Really what we're looking for here are points of interest. What Jacinto is looking for here is points of interest, i.e. rooms with people in them.
Okay, looking immediately below where your character would actually be standing, like right here, if you look below you, you can actually see another room. This one's about 20 by 20, and it has, of all things, it's not labeled. It has another figure in it, another mutated half ogre, and he seems to be tinkering on a rat-shaped drone. Okay. And the room's full of odds and ends and various other gruesome bits and bobs and things like that.
Okay. Well, there seems to be one downstairs. Jacinto turns around and his artificial third eye is glowing brightly. Sort of squints at you. I'll see what else I can find in the other rooms. And just sort of scans around.
And I found the actual description of that room. There's a lumpy mattress in there against the west wall. There's several half-finished chairs made out of flesh and bone against the eastern wall. If you look beyond that room and a little bit further west, down that like the direction that hallway, one of the directions the hallway is going, there's a bigger room that is. It's covered in rotting vegetable matter, and there's pools of mud and stagnant water and moss just covering the floor and the walls and puffy fungus and mold.
Okay. Well, this place really sucks. We never go anywhere nice.
The upper floor appears to be empty, but there is stuff up there. But you specified people.
Yes. Yeah, because people are the things that are going to be most eager to kill us.
And how far can you see with that again? I'm sorry.
30 feet.
Okay, so you actually, at the end of that hallway, you can see just far enough. You can see just far enough that you catch sight of two figures on either side of the door at the end of the hallway.
Oh.
To the west. They're standing on either side of the door. Weapons at the ready.
Classic. Hey, Ava, there's two people that are waiting to ambush us, just like we were gonna do.
Ava just kind of grins. What were you gonna say?
How do you feel about punching through walls and doing that cool thing that you see in the hollow vids where you just punch through the wall and then pull their head against the wall? No?
Ava cracks her knuckles. She's just like, all right, direct me to him.
Down here? This corner of the room? Punch through the wall?
So
Lahan will stand here.
We'll have to go. Well, so Nick, it's way over here. It's through this wall. There's. Yeah.
So Ava, you walk. Wait,
Ava's not
Ava.
going to punch through this part of the wall?
Ava, you walked through that door, right?
That's where. Didn't you? Oh, hold on, Tom. Where am I going?
Yeah. No, through that door. Yep.
Okay, so Ava walks through that door, and now I get to attack Ava with a trap that you guys failed to disarm because you didn't look for it.
Yeah, that's fair. We've gotten a few freebies tonight.
All right, so we are in A3, and
Jesus Christ.
30 versus KAC for 32 slashing damage as a scythe scissors out of the wall and slams into Ava's side.
Ouch.
Oh. All right. Well, Ava.
And I think this is a good time. I think we would probably pause right here with that scythe digging right into Ava's side.
Then Jacinto is much more alarmed. Ava! Lahan, we missed a door.
I tell you about looking before you open things.
Yeah, we gotta be better.
You got all excited about counter ambush.
Yeah, we did. That's okay.
Should have punched through the wall, like I said.
Well, there's another wall that we're gonna punch through.
Okay.
Here, and let's leave some notes on the map. Ava just got scythed. Dun dun dun.
We're getting scythe tracked.
Yep.
Ha.
And all right. I hope everyone had fun. We missed a week because Nick had a birthday, and hopefully you had plenty of fun.
It was a good birthday.
Good birthday. That's great. We need to thank Paizo for this lovely adventure path that I'm hopefully doing some justice to in a different system that they also made. We also need to thank some audio people, Leif.
Yeah, thank you, Relax Cafe Music and White Bat Audio.
And I'd like to thank my players for joining me tonight. I have fun playing with you, and I'm glad you're taking this journey with me.
Indeed.
Sunday, Tom, what do we got lined up?
Sunday. We are going to hunt down a fugitive for the Vescarium for Directive 9.
Are we?
I mean, that's the job. Whether you piss off the entire Vescarium's military agency or not, that's entirely up to you. But that would be on brand. I'm not going to lie.
Fingers crossed the person we're hunting is actually a bad person.
Yeah, probably. I mean, they probably are. Why would the
Pirate.
Vescarium be asking you to hunt down a good person? And then after that, who knows? That's probably going to take most of the episode, that whole investigation hunt thing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Fair. Next week, we'll be traversing more of this house, and possibly the players will be counter ambushing an ambush or ambushing an ambush. Terms, words.
Ambushing the ambushers. Episode
Yes.
right there.
The ambusher become the ambushee.
Ambushing the ambushers. I'll write that down right now because I will forget.
I will too, to be fair. Tom and I came up with a great name for a thing a while back, and you can never remember it ever again.
Why'd you have to remind me?
6 months later, we still can't remember what it was.
Well, time's not going to help you.
Nope.
No.
Also, thank you, Tom, for the music work that you've done, theme-wise and whatnot. If anyone wants to talk to us, Discord. We're friendly, I promise. The link is below if you're watching on Twitch, and it's not too hard to find if you're not watching on Twitch. A quick Google will find it.
Yeah.
What?
Or if you're on Cosmic Crit server, there's a link there.
Yeah.
Also, nonstandardaction@gmail.com is another way to communicate with us. And I think it's time for us to say goodbye.
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 Goodbye. Nick, let's hit the trail.
You got it, Jet.